Hi, I am the purchaser of...
Yeah.
I just want to let you know that I'm going to be pulling out due to personal reasons.
Alright, okay. No worries. That's fine. You just withdrawing from the sale completely.
Sorry, say that again?
You just withdrawing from the sale completely?
Yeah.
Oh, no worries. Thanks for letting us know.
Cool. Alright, thank you.
Alright. Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Well, that was a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. Okay, well that's that. Okay, so we're literally waiting for the train to go to Clapham Junction, and then once we're in London we have to go over to Wandsworth, which is where the TLS Contact is, which is basically the place that deals with all of the immigration stuff for France. And I think it does all the other EU countries as well. But that's currently what we're doing, and this is the first time I've ever recorded anything in the wild, so this is slightly awkward. I am completely at the end of a platform right now, so hopefully this train won't be delayed. It says it's delayed by a minute at the moment.
Waterloo, calling at Winchester.
This is busy.
Southampton Airport Parkway. This train is for London Waterloo. The next station is Clapham Junction. Change here for Richmond, Staines upon Thames, Reading, Windsor and Eton Riverside, London Victoria, East Croydon, London Gatwick Airport, Brighton, the Mile Maker, and...
That's alright.
Sorry.
That's okay.
Mind the gap. Clapham Junction. This train is for London Waterloo only.
5 and 6, yeah. 5 and 6, that says Reading. Oh, for God's sake. Clapham Junction into Wandsworth Town. Waterloo, Queenstown Road. Right. Okay, just said Weybridge over the tannoy, so clearly the information on the board is shit.
Seven carriages of the train.
It says travel front 7 carriages. I have no idea which way the train goes. Which is not very useful, so I've just kind of gambled one way. Getting some dodgy looks. No one knows that this is a camera though, which is quite nice. It's just your typical London train station. I should have worn some sort of sunglasses. Clearly, I was not expecting weather to be like this. This is England after all. So far we've been 15 minutes late in. We at least found the platform that we need to go on. It says front carriages, and I see a train coming towards me from the wrong direction, which means I'm at the back carriages, which is not ideal. So I need to go back the other way. I'm going to turn you off because there's a ton of people for this one.
This train is for Weybridge. The next station is Wandsworth Town.
Might as well stand up. Well, that was like the quickest journey ever. Literally took about a minute. So definitely worth taking the train because I was late. Otherwise that would have been a 20-minute wait. Instead it was like a 2-minute wait. Okay. And I gotta figure out what orientation I'm in. And just turns there, the Alma. Young Costs. Okay, the Alma's there. Okay, so I was gonna get run over by a Mitsubishi then. Runners. I'm not sure I'd want to run in London either. The air quality can't be amazing. So far, I've had a couple of dodgy looks, but other than that, I'm doing alright. I don't feel too awkward, which is nice, and this camera is so inconspicuous. No one really knows what it is unless they properly look at it. Still got about 20 minutes until the appointment. So one thing about the way that I've done this, which is obviously for the long stay visa in France, I've hired lawyers to do it. And because I've done that, all I've done is I've sent a load of paperwork to them and they've put everything together and they've done basically a cover letter and things explaining all the laws and everything that I've met with my paperwork and all of that stuff. I've even got additional things in there like my birth certificate that's been translated to French, which I didn't really need for this. I just basically gave them as much as possible. And then hopefully they think I'm a bit more trustworthy. I don't know if it works like that, but that is my hope. Looks like I need to cross here. And it's an awkward road. Well, not so awkward. Okay, fair enough. Good timing. Also, the microphone keeps flipping inside my shirt, which is a bit of a bugger. Alright, I've been here once before, so I know where I am. I'm literally right around the corner from it. So one other thing is having lawyers do this for you. If the French government decline your visa, they can then fight for you against the government, basically. Which, if you don't hire lawyers, you can't then do. So, although the lawyer fees are pretty expensive, it's probably well worth doing, especially if you're literally changing your life because of it. There's no point in messing around with it. You might as well just do it properly and just hire as many people as you need to hire to make the process as smooth as possible, especially having someone there to fight for you if you don't get it. At the moment, I'm kind of feeling like, why did I bother hiring lawyers? Because technically, I mean, this is just a fact of any country. They do not have to let you in. You can literally adhere to all the requirements, be the most perfect applicant, and they can still just completely deny you entry because it's not your country, it's their country, and that's how it should be. Right, I'm here, so I'm going to go ahead and stop filming now because I don't want to annoy anyone. Last time I was here, this was gave a bit of a dystopian vibe, so definitely don't want to annoy anyone and don't want to pull a camera out. I'll take my mic off as well. So that's the centre there. Right, we'll be back.
Wandsworth Town. This train is for London Waterloo. The next station is Clapham Junction.
Oh, are you planning on going there? No?
No, take it.
Right, so that was a bit of a train ride, basically out of where TLS is. Basically met a guy and went to a cafe and played some chess, had some stuff to eat, had some hot chocolate, that sort of stuff. Had a bit of a chat. He's from Nigeria, so we had a chat. He wants to start a charity and things like that, and I was giving him some advice on basically trying to do things for free instead of trying to pay for a website. because obviously I'm also doing my own business, and I realised that paying for a website is not worth it if you've got no income from it. So it's just, yeah, now I've got to figure out how the hell to get home is the big one. I'm assuming the Southampton Central train, which is at 3:12, so I don't have long. But yeah, the visa process, pretty simple. Not as dystopian as I was expecting. I gave them everything. They took my fingerprints, so they know exactly who I am. They've also got like my birth certificate and everything else. They definitely know who I am. But yeah, not jarring, and now all I've got to... Okay. It's worth mentioning, they said that they were having an issue with the biometric scans of fingerprints, which basically means that they may have to call me to bring me back, which I live nowhere near London, as you know, as you've seen. So this is going to be, hopefully, well, it's going to be fun if they contact me, but if they don't, then I'd be much happier. Train to Weymouth. So it's coming in at platform 9, and I'm on platform 3. So let's go find platform 9, shall we? My nose is still being weird, I don't know why. Just too many different scenarios, situations. We've got about 5 minutes. This is way quicker than I was expecting. I was meant to vlog like so much more of this, but I don't want to just shove a camera in some random geezer's face, especially when I don't really do this. This is the first time I've ever done it, so. But he was going to France for business. He was going to the north of France. And obviously, that's a very different situation to me. And I'm English, whereas he's Nigerian, so a little bit more of a tricky process for him, I think. This has to be the quickest I've been into London and out of London ever. Apart from the cafe stop. The cafe also doesn't allow screens and laptops and things, so I don't think they would have allowed a camera. So I'm pretty sure he didn't miss anything. I would have just been told to put it away if they figured out what it was. I was a little bit concerned with putting this camera through the X-ray scanner, because they do like a bunch of scans with all your stuff as you come in to the TLS centre. The geezer that I got was really good as well. I'm sure you can have a worse experience if you have someone who's a bit not as on it as the guy that I got. Weymouth, there we go, that's the train. Okay, now this train's busy. It's a very busy train. I'm actually quite surprised because it's, what, 3:13? You would think it would be a little bit quieter. I mean, I would have been out of London way, way sooner if I hadn't met the Nigerian guy. So, his name was Lazarus. He's a really chill guy, actually. He's an awesome guy. Yeah, so the visa process, I had everything that I needed, which is nice. Some people didn't. They literally got to the desk and they were like, yeah, your application's going to be declined. So they had to go away immediately, which is why I hired lawyers. I know not everyone can hire lawyers, but when you're literally trying to uproot your entire life and move to another country, if you're not hiring lawyers, I'm not sure it's a good idea, because you're literally messing around. Like, at the moment, I'm kind of feeling like, why did I bother hiring lawyers? I have to quit my job to move because, well, number one, I don't want to work for the company, but they would never let me work remotely. And in France, I can't work for a French company, so I have to work for an English company. So I'll have to find another job at some point. But so I actually printed my entire passport, every single page for the visa application, because it's kind of a precautionary measure so that they can see, okay, you've got pages in it so that we can put a visa in it, because it's going to take up a page on its own, a visa. But TLS basically didn't want most of it. They just wanted the photo page and the observations page, which makes sense. The fact that he didn't call up anything and he made no things like, oh, that's going to be tricky or anything like that. I'm pretty confident, but now it's just a waiting game. The website says once the application's with the consulate, it'll take about 15 days, and then it'll be sent back to me, and it's going to be sent back to me via post. He almost got the postal code wrong, so that would have been an absolute nightmare. But luckily he got me to double check everything, so that's at least a plus, and then it's on me if it's not going to the correct address, so it makes things easier. And now I'm stuck on this train for, I don't know, like an hour? It's quite nice when you meet people. Sporadically happens as well. Geezer literally sat next to me before the biometrics scanning and was just like, do you play chess? I was like, not very well. I know how the pieces move, but I don't really know how to play chess. And then we just started playing chess. And then we got called to biometrics, and then he was waiting for me outside. So he asked me if I was going straight home, which I was planning to, because I was just going to vlog it straight away and be like, this was what I just experienced. But I was like, you know what, screw it. Obviously I like meeting people, especially people that are cool. So I just said, well, I've got an open returns, which means I can basically go home whenever I want. And I said, there's a nice cafe around the corner because I waited in that cafe before. So we just went around there, played a bit more chess, played half a game of chess, not even half a game, and then started talking about business and things like that. So, yeah. And now I'm here. All in all, I'd call this a bit of a successful trip. Now we just gotta wait and find out the results. Wow, there's a load of bins in that field. Look at that. There's just bins everywhere. Why are there so many bins? God. Yeah, so on that note, I'll sign off. I'll see you guys in the next video. Don't know what it's going to be. Unless the train crashes, then it'll be a video of me in a trash crane. In a crashed train? English. Right, see you later.